Daniels. I'm back doing this video because I was watching my brother um, Damien M do a video. This is a response to his video, gaining temporary wealth from a life insurance policy. And his view was that that is not a true inheritance. And when you listen to the entire video, he of course he makes it where it is clear that we understand that having a life insurance policy is not an inheritance if you just take money and just give it to somebody, because the way that money is set up these days, it is a very intricate process. And if you hand money over to an uneducated person, they will go through the money faster than an ant will go through any food left on the ground. So that's what I wanted to make the video. But I did want to highlight some points because I think that I don't want the wrong mindset to be taken away from this. And so, like I said, my name is Daniels, and a lot of people do. And one of the things that my brother said is that if you just handed money, of course, 9 times out of 10, you're probably going to just squander through it, because somebody that never had money is just going to start to buy all these desires and things that they have, thinking that they have money, more money coming in. It's the same reason why professional athletes blow through money, why lottery winners blow through money, why professional football players blow through money and everything, is because they were never taught about money, or they were never taught to hire somebody who is trustworthy and has some moral integrity to help manage their money for them. So this is the same thing with an insurance policy or with any kind of inheritance. If the parents taught the children the true essence of what money and material stuff is, and that they're nothing really, because the money can be here today and can be gone tomorrow. You have to work for what you eat. There's only two ways of making money: going out and working for it, or having money work for you. And going out and working for it includes having other people working for you. So if you don't have that type of leverage in your life, if you don't have that type of, then you have to go out and do the work, or otherwise you won't eat. And if you're just given an inheritance, then all you're gonna think is, well, let me just spend my money and spend on all the desires. I got 4 Porsches on my yard, but yet I got a monthly bill on a mortgage. So yeah, if the parents didn't give the wisdom to the child, then the money, of course, is going to mean nothing. If your parents, and now Damien said in his video that his mother wouldn't buy him $100 shoes, and neither were my parents when I was growing up. They weren't going to buy you no $100 shoes, because one, you probably don't understand the value. You just want to go wear the shoes out and show your boys and show your girls that you got a nice pair of shoes or nice clothing. But if you understood that those things mean nothing, and that if those things leave you, so will the friends and the people that are so-called hanging around you because you look flashy, then your parents would be understanding, saying, okay, yeah, I can give him $100 shoes. And some of us grew up in a neighborhood, and I know Damien did, where you wear $100 pair of shoes, you might walk home barefooted with your life still intact. Sometimes your life might be taken with the shoes. But going back to the original point, parents that don't want to buy their kids $100 pair of shoes don't want to do it because they don't have the money. It's not necessarily to teach them about the value of money. That's true. Parents, my parents couldn't teach me about the value of money because I don't think that they knew the value of money. They just knew education. So, I didn't really understand the value of money. And that's why, for a lot of my life, a lot of the money I've made, I've floundered it just like any other person would, because I didn't understand how money worked. So you have to understand that portion of the game before you can really, call yourself anything. So children that squander their parents' money were never taught the essence of money. They were never taught that money is the servant and that they are the masters. And they believe that money is the master. In this picture that's quoted, it says, remember, we are the masters and money is the servant. It's never the other way around. What you fear the most in life owns you, controls you, and limits you. I can't read the brother's name that said that, but we are supposed to be the masters of life, and parents are supposed to teach that to their children. That You can create and make things and do things. And it doesn't matter if you have no money or if you have a lot of money. If you don't have the creative powers in you to do things, then you're going to be, a zero. It doesn't matter how much money you have. Now, my man Damien said that you should feel stupid if you happy that somebody passed away for you to inherit a whole bunch of money, $150,000, $200,000, whatever the insurance policy is. Weird people, of course, it's true. Weird people feel great or feel good or feel satisfied, when they receive, material blessings of money from an insurance policy from a parent or a loved one dying. Anybody that feels good about that, has, a mental problem. This is not to say, though, nevertheless, that getting a life insurance policy is wrong or should not be appreciated by the ones that it was left to. And certainly it's not right to say that it is not inheritance. Some of us work for a living, you know, blue collar, go to work, get paid. We save our money, we save in our pension, but at the same time, we got a life insurance policy because, you never know what can happen out there. I'm the type of guy that I believe in my mind that I'm going to live to 120 or more. However, so a life insurance policy is not going to be necessary because, my children will be in their hundreds while I'm 120. So it's really just, it's part of another hustle that, the Europeans, brothers and sisters have created. And so you be wise to get involved with it. I mean, I want to start a business where I go into black neighborhoods and get insurance policies on all the gang members' heads. Because as soon as somebody gets popped off, I know I'm collecting. I can take care of their family a little bit, and then I can go, do what business owners do with their money, invest it in more. But the point of the whole thing is that insurance policy is an investment. And it is an investment, and it's one that you're making for your offspring. But you shouldn't just make this so that they have a lot of money. You have to teach them about money. And if they're young, teenagers, or even younger, and God forbid something happens to you, then you have to probably put it in, like how Damien said, that they get it rational off to them until they're in their 30s and 40s. Then they can get the lump sum, because that's around the time people mature and really start to get a grip on this thing called life. So I think that's wisdom on the part of the parents anyway. If a mom or a dad or anybody, parent, uncle, whoever it is, had enough wisdom to know that they were going to eventually die, and they kept a life insurance policy that would insure their life for their young or for their spouse or for whoever they leave it to, then that's not that's an offensive thing. That's not right to say that that's not an inheritance. It is an inheritance. My dad left me $5 million in insurance policy, and this is how the family got wealthy. We got this money. He unfortunately died. We got this money. We started a foundation. We started businesses. We didn't. He taught me all about money. He let me know how money works, how you can get rich working at McDonald's at $8 an hour, as long as you save $20 a week and give it to a good investment broker that can help your money multiply. You can become a millionaire in 30 years. So it doesn't, if you learn that, if your parents gave you that type of wisdom about money and taught you about money, because it's something you have to learn, because they don't necessarily teach this, in mainstream schools. You have to actually go find the people that know how to do this and work with them. But a life insurance policy is an inheritance. But any inheritance, it doesn't matter if it was a pension, it doesn't matter if it was their job, it doesn't matter if it was a lottery, it doesn't matter if it was just something they stashed under the mattress for you. It is an inheritance, and it will be blown by children who don't have wisdom, by people who receive it that don't have wisdom, who've grown up poor and don't know how money operates, don't know that, the more you spend, if you spend more than you make, you're going to be poor pretty soon. Yeah, I remember a buddy told me he was in jail, came out of jail, mom died, left him a whole lot of money, spent it all on strippers, drinking, partying, new car, $50,000 car, ran through the money, ended up broke, robbed somebody, went right back to jail. So that's somebody that never had any wisdom. All he has a bunch of desires and wants. And Like the Bible says, your wants will come upon you like an armed robber and land you right back where you try to come out from. So life insurance may not be the best business, but as far as it being scammish, sometimes insurance companies not trying to pay out. But since it's an option for us these days, it should be used by people with wisdom. And so, in that respect, I respectfully disagree with my man that life insurance policy is an inheritance. You have to play this game. Life. That's what I wrote in my book. Life's a game to win. You have to play this game that you're in like you want to win, and that's one of the biggest ways to win. Get your life insurance policy and leave it to your family, leave it to your kids, leave it to your wife. Shoot, even if they blow it, you gone. You don't know nothing about it anyway. So I'm Dude Daniels, and I'm the author of Life's a Game to Win. Get on our newsletter. You can go there by visiting lifesagametoWin.com or go to dudaniels.com, either one. And we like to share with you simple practices that can help you improve your life. And in life insurance being managing money and managing investments is one of the areas we talk about in our book. And it's one of the areas that I think, the African American community and a lot of different people need to learn a lot more about, because it is an inheritance and it is necessary, as I'm learning more about it, to our lives. So get on that newsletter, and we'll see you next time. Oh yeah, by the way, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're looking for subscribers, people that want information. We got a lot of different type of information we put out there. We're going to try to be a little bit more, responsive to what people want to see and hear. So God bless you. And Damien, talk to you later, my brother. And gaining temporary wealth through a life insurance policy is an investment, even if they squander it. Because if they squander it on cars, and they're going to help the economy, the Bible also talks about people who leave money to fools. Everybody else will gain from that. So I still think that it's a wise decision for you to put money away in an insurance policy. It is an inheritance if the parents were wise to get one, but they better be even wiser and teach their children about the value of money, and teach their grandchildren about the value of money, and then ration it out so that children don't get this money in their young, exuberant age. Because most of the times you're depressed when somebody dies, you're sad, and when you're sad, you start to do things like make purchases, and that's why they blow through money, because they're in a depressed state, plus they're catching up on all those wants that they have. So life insurance policy is an inheritance, and it has to be given to somebody who's been taught about money and taught some wisdom about the world. So with that, I'm gone. Talked a little bit too much, but love you, miss you. Talk to you later.